Hey everybody, and welcome to Alan's Bonsai. So I'm going to try to do this video freestyle with the camera, and I know I'm horrible at doing that, but I'm going to try it anyway. So this is another landscape Ilex Shillings. That was just a big round ball, and normally I like to collect trees, or I bought it from a nursery. I guess it's still a form of collecting, correct? That have one single trunk, and this has two, so I thought, well, I'll make a parent and a child. So a parent and child style has one larger tree and one smaller tree, and they should both complement each other, and in a perfect world they should both be able to stand alone by themselves too. This tree ran into some trouble, namely it got knocked off the bench, I'm assuming by a raccoon. And luckily I go out pretty much first thing in the morning, and I found this tree 2 feet from the pot with the soil halfway in between. Luckily it was just a mica pot, so it didn't crack, didn't break. But I decided to put it into this colander. This is just a regular food colander. And then to keep it from being knocked off the bench, I added rocks all the way around. And I'm not even going to mess with the rocks. But this guy's got some problems, so let's focus on the parent first. We have really only one main branch, and then a tiny back branch, which is just a little tiny bit alive, and then an apex, which is also really struggling, and the original apex has died completely. So I'm going to take that original apex off, because once it's dead, and now if you notice, this is the front of the tree, this apex comes straight at you. But I'm going to leave all of that because I really want this plant to put some energy from the roots up to the apex here. So I'm going to severely cut back the first main branch into here. Cut all that off, and then cut to here. Cut that guy away because he's going against the grain. What else am I up against here? Oh, this is coming from here. This bottom branch too, it can come off completely. I don't want any energy going to that. And then there's this dead nub right here, which can also come off. And at this point, I'm just going to give it a haircut here. My turntable just keeps wanting to shift with gravity, so no more turntable. So then I'm just going to cut this guy almost completely off. This one is going against the grain, so it does come completely off. So there we go, no more first main branch. I saved all of the apex, and with any luck the tree will start to push. There's another little tiny bit of growth on the first main branch, which also, we don't want that. And the problem with Shillings is they're bottom dominant. They have really no apical dominance. So if left to its own devices, that first main branch and all the foliage that was on there would have just continued to expand. And when we get to the child, we have the same scenario. The apex has died completely. So it needs to come off. And then we have another, really only one main branch right here, right there. And then another branch that has what I hope will become the rest of the apex. So basically we're talking about the same deal. Just cut off the vast majority of that bottom branch. In fact, there's a little tiny piece right here, And I'm just going to cut it all the way to that. And if you look closely here, you'll see that this guy's got brand new growth, little tiny baby leaves just beginning, so it's just about to sprout. And then really I don't even know what to do with this guy. I mean, I want this to be promoted, but I'm worried about taking too much of this off. But you know what? Let's just do it. And then cut that guy like that. So that didn't take long. So there you go, a typical Allen bonsai hack job. But now the thing to do is limit the growth on here and on this one, even though I took most of it away, and try to force the tree to pump energy up into the apex. So I still think, even though once again the skeleton is pretty sparse, I still think this tree has some potential. Falling off the bench was not good for it. And I don't know what the roots are like. And growing trees in colanders was not my idea. I saw that on another person's channel. So that's about it for this guy. I'm not doing anything with the roots. I'm just going to leave the rocks there. I'm going to give it a little extra fertilizer, because as you saw, it's already beginning to pop with new growth. And then once that growth pops and hardens off, then I'll give it more fertilizer. In the very early spring, I just like to give just a light sprinkling of fertilizer. Well, I did it. And now we just have to wait and see how it develops. And to do that, you can subscribe and then hit the notification bell. And the next time I put a video out featuring this tree, you'll know about it. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up to help the algorithm keep sending me to more people. And leave a comment. Shillings are cool trees. If you live in an area, I think they grow all the way through zone 7 in the landscape. Not sure how they do as a bonsai in colder climates. But in this climate, which is, I'm in the US at the very northern section of zone 10, they make fantastic bonsai. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.